Não cessa do fim de semana. Pana, 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 de semana. Pana, 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 de semana.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming back and watching us build this epic Harry Potter Hogwarts castle build. I've enjoyed it a lot. I've really enjoyed sharing it with you. Please like, follow, continue with this journey with us. Really enjoy putting these Legos together and the time that I get to spend with everybody. But let's get to building as we're talking about how much we just love what we're doing here. So we've got a brown coming in. Let's see. Looks like we're gonna. Let's make sure we get this right. It's coming off of there, then this should go. Alright. And then there should be one. This little ramp. It goes right here. This will make this 2. And I'm wanting to make sure I'm getting the placement on this next one right. And I think the way it's showing it's because of the angle, but I think this is the right spot. I hope everybody's day is going really well for them. I am just in love right now with getting this build done and some of the details that are coming out with it. Completely enjoy this build. Alright, so right here, let's make sure we get this right. So it should be here. Oh, come on, get on there. Get on there, don't go at an angle. There we go. And then it looks like one down. The green. And where does the circle go? In the square hole. Alright. We've gotten that piece done. Love it. Love it. Alright, so we need one of these. Looks like, I'm hoping it's these. Sometimes the size, it's a little easy to get confused. If we need to make any adjustments, we'll get them in there. Alright, we also need this one. Alright, I think we've got everything. Alright, so the easiest way to start off of this is going to be like here. Something's supposed to be right here, I think. Uh-oh. Nope. I don't think so. Well, we're gonna have to look at this really, really closely. Because it shows on here that I should be able to put this right here, but it would be floating. If anything, we'll take a spare part. We'll take something out of our spare. And we'll also make sure that we're just not simply also making a mistake. As I always love to say, user error. Happy little mistakes. Oh, come on, come on. Alright, we got it. I like that. So we see out the pathway that's starting to get built through here. Yep, it does look like something's missing. The only issue Oh, well, that's not the. Sorry, everybody. It's always user error. It's always user error. Except for that one time that piece was missing. But in this case, it's user error. Because we were supposed to leave this first row of red exposed. And that's why it didn't make sense. And thankfully, we didn't just fix in the cap, because we would have been off center on a lot of parts moving forward then, and it'd took a while to backtrack figuring that problem out. Good catch. Double check your work. Always double check your work. Alright, we got it. Yep, it's in there like it's supposed to be. Fantastic. And we need a green yellow. Yep. Now we're going to be covering the red. Yep. You silly goose. You silly goose. That other one offset us completely. But we've got it fixed. We are back into alignment. Nice, yep, because then we've got the slope thing going into this ramp right here. Okay, that's cool. Makes it a little more narrow, but still really nice. And we'll try not to do that again. Happy little mistakes. We need a little green ramp. Can you always leave a comment section of some of your favorite Lego sets? I'd love to look them up and see some of the things you've just enjoyed building. Or some of the ones you've just liked seeing, or maybe ones that you want to see built too. Because I'll absolutely look into it, and if I can get it, I will. I know a lot of them are no longer I know a lot of them get discontinued, so it sucks that I'm not going to be able to do certain ones, but it's okay. You enjoy what's still available. Alright, so looking like it's off-centered from here. That's going to be a tough one. Oh, no, we got it snap in there nice. Yep, and I did that wrong. No, no, no. Oh, Lord. Alright, so let's try that again. Try to get those pieces back in like they're supposed to. Okay, hold on. So is it here? And then we're going to use this spot here. Nice. Okay, because for a second it was throwing me off. I was like, oh man. Cool, but it does fit in there, creating a bunch of little slopes. I enjoy that. That looks really nice. That detail part coming out of there is cool. Alright, so we'll need this piece. Looks like we'll need one of these guys. And then a single. I think it's this one right here. And it says, according to legend, it was Ravenclaw who named the castle Hogwarts after dreaming of a warty hog that led her to the perfect location. This was never been confirmed. That's really cool. It was never been confirmed. So it was a warty hog that led her, and then hence Hogwarts. That's cool. Okay, let's get this build going real quick. I like the little tidbits of information that the Lego drops in there, but You've also got to double check against the books. You don't ever want to get any little mistakes in there. Sometimes the off prints, but I do like reading what they put in here and they've added for us to enjoy reading. Let's see. Okay. So what it looks like is we have this here. This is going right next. Yep, slightly higher. Nice. Kind of get our little pieces out here, going into a nice little lime green, single square gray, tiny little robot foot. I always like to call them tiny little robot feet. Looks like we're going to be creating a lot of slopes right now, to be honest with you. We have a lot of feet and parts in here, so it looks like that is something we are headed to. We're going to be finishing some of the slopes and maybe some of the waterway. I think we've got all our pieces. Yep, we've got them all. Alright, let's get these in here. Alright. Starting here. And, you know, leave some comments if you built this set yourself and what did you think about it. I'd love to hear if you've had a chance to already build this. I know this set might have been out for a while, but I'm enjoying getting my first chance to build it and see it. Nice. Alright, we're moving in. We're moving along pretty nice, everybody. See if we can get all of our pieces in here. Oh, that color threw me off for just a little bit. Alright, tiny little foot. Yeah, we are going to be adding some more slopes and some greenery. Just got to make sure we get all of these in there right. This is a little interesting. Did I miss a spot? I feel like I missed something here. Because I really feel... It shows this level right here as being green. This is a little tricky. Trying to make sure we get these right. Because it looks like I must have missed a spot. We'll go back, we'll backtrack it. Ooh, actually maybe not. Maybe we didn't miss a spot. Maybe it's actually this piece that goes right there. And then this is a little tricky. We don't want to make a mistake right here. And then I'm thinking it's this right here. Because then this is a lot of little intricate part and details. So if I make a mistake right here, I will have to go back and start. There's a lot of little parts to remove. And I like it though. This little valleyway that's getting created. It's just really cool. Alright, we're going to need a yellow. Two of these. Looks like this big boy. Okay. Alright, it does look like we are about to start a connecting piece. Over here towards the back. Yep, looks like we are getting a connection piece and a foundation. It does look like we're building up a foundation. I'm excited to see what it is. I always love when we're adding another room because I want to know what the room is. After watching the first movie and then you're seeing these rooms come to life, it makes me really want to see the next room. Okay, we should have a longer flat one. This one. Looks like the bigger one. And a smaller one. Oh, looks like we're adding another connection piece. Make sure all of these parts are put in together nice. Alright, looks like that's going to help stabilize that. Yep, a little bit. Oh, here comes the next piece. It is getting longer than my camera can show you right now. We will move this down if we continue to build this way. We'll change the angle so that way we can view it just a little bit better. But I'm excited because we can see that this is actually getting a little bit longer. Okay, we're going to add this piece right here. You know, as usual, just kind of help keep this piece secured and connected at multiple different points. So your Legos do not fall apart and you snap in tight. Oh, we love it. Alright, but we need this one. And this one. Oh, we're still building up on here. Leaving just one row. Let's go ahead. So this part, we need one of these. And we need one of these. Oh, still going up. Oh no, come on. Don't fall in there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ooh, we got a lot of slopes to build here. And we're adding a lot of greenery. So it should be so it's visible outside most likely. But we are going through the small pieces a little faster, so that's good news. I think it's the tiny feet. Alright, so we're going to take this bigger one. We're going to add a small piece to it. And then it looks like starting this way. So we're going to be closing off that room. See why that orange one was there. That helped for another good connection point. Alright, let's make sure we don't mess this step up. So it looks like we're going to skip one and then put this at an angle. And this one's going to go right next to it. You might see us come back and try to fix this. It's happened a couple times, right? Well, you just try to count your spaces and your pegs. And usually you get a better idea of where you're supposed to be. Alright, so we need the green little foot. We need this one. And here. Okay, so the 3. Okay, we're getting some slopes in here. That's really cool. And it looks like we're reinforcing some of those parts. And we're adding some greenery right there. Got some more ashes slopes that are going to be in here. You'll be able to see those in a moment. Alright, let's get these on here. Looks like we're still going up. Oh no, these are like little pegs. These are different types of inserts. That's cool. That's an interesting piece. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything. And then another small piece. They've got this broken down into small sections. I think we've got that right. And that does look right. So we'll go with that. Hopefully I don't have to come back and fix that. Yeah, okay, I think it does show the hole. Yep. Okay, I think we're right. Looks like we're adding more slopes coming in. And we fit in perfect. Nice. A lot of rock detail, or cliff details, I guess. Maybe that would be a better way to put it. A lot of cliff details. I do like them. We are almost through this build. Looks like we're about 75% of the way. So we'll start getting through this, start pushing through. Right. So we've got this here. Leaving 3 blue, right? Yep. I think we're getting into one of these bigger pieces right here. Create a nice huge slope right at this moment. Uh-oh. Turn it upside down, flip it around, put this on top. I should have grabbed a second one. I did not look and see that it said to grab 2 of them. I do that a couple times. Get this part put in there. Oh, this is crazy. It's only putting it on one support for right now. Well, I'm sure there's a piece that's going to go in there here in a little bit, so. And that'll probably help balance it out really, really well. Moving along onto this next section. So we got that getting covered. Nice. Need a couple little pieces for this one. Looks like we're going to need to create a little ramp. Take this green one, we're going to put this over here on the side. Alright, it looks like we've got a bunch of pieces going in, so we've got to make sure we get these right. Because these little parts, if you're not paying attention, can be problematic for you when you get further into your build. Alright, there we go. And we're going to place this one right here. Okay, creating a nice little slope at this water point, continuing the cliffs. And then we've got this part over here. Okay, that's all of that. Nice. We need this piece. We're gonna need this piece. This really cool white. It looked like a baseball field to me. That's what it reminded me. Or diamond plate, like home plate. That's what it was. Silly goose. Okay, so we're going to create. I think this is what I'm seeing. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Adding some more waterway and some more color tone. And get that in there. Did we get it? Oh, no, there was a third. No, that's fine. I think we got them all. Yeah, I think we got them all. Yeah, it leaves a gap of 3. Yep, okay, we can move on to the next step. You know, after doing this, I'm probably going to go ahead and rewatch Harry Potter Part 1 all over again. It's been a while since I've seen it. Not too long. I do enjoy watching this series often. But it's been a little bit since I've seen it this last time. And we can throw in some Harry Potter trivias. Okay. Try to make sure we get these pieces in here right. Yeah, I think I did that on the wrong one. I had to sit there and stare for a second because I was like, that doesn't look right. I think it's supposed to be right here. Sometimes you definitely want to stop and pay attention. I am not a master builder, so I definitely have to stop at times, pay attention to what I'm doing. So I don't miss a critical step. Nice, and we're adding one little piece of waterway right there. Looks like where the river continues on. I dig it. Looks cool. Oh, it's supposed to be 2 of them. Silly goose. It's always silly goose. Okay, so that's actually up. Okay, we need to get the rest of them. 1 ramp, 1 small, and 2. There we go. There's our 2. Oh yeah, we're getting close because we are almost through all of our little pieces. We're almost done. Oh yeah, it looks like we're continuing our waterway where the water would be trickling down. And we'll be able to show you this once we're done. Now let's see where they want our little pieces to go. Definitely want to make sure we get these in the right spots. One more. I was worried there. I was like, oh no, where'd the last small foot go? Okay, so using that. Okay, so we know we're there. Then it looks like it's going to be the long way. Yep, because then that goes right into that waterway. And then this one, I bet you is going to go right here. Yeah, going right into that waterway. That is cool. So to create this waterway is going to be starting right here and go through here with the cliffing effect on it. It's great attention to detail. Creating another cliff right next to it. Oh, we're coming along. We are almost done. Coming along with this section. adding some greenery to one of the cliffs really fast. Alright, so after that jagged piece we made, we're going to add this one. Then we'll have the single, and then we're going to have our green piece coming in. Nice. Okay, we got it. Let's make this flush though. Okay. We're almost done. This is exciting. We've got it's a cliffing piece, so we didn't add a room, but we did add some more cliffs, and I am totally cool with that. So it looks like this goes in here like that. Add some greenery. A jagged slope. And a button. Maybe that's what I'll call them, buttons. Okay, these are interesting little spots. Let's not mess this. Okay. So what it looks like is we have a green followed by a slope. Let's make sure that looks the same as the diagram. So it should kind of, yeah, okay, like it was sitting, okay, yeah. We've got it. And then we're going to have this one right next to it, creating an addition part to the slope. Almost put that on the wrong spot. Yep, okay, and that adds onto that slope right there. Oh, I do think we're missing a piece though. What is it? It's a small little foot. Well, we definitely don't. Oh my god. Right in front of my face every time. So, user error is just tremendous. We're going to add some more to this slope right here. Going in. And we're going to come down. Looks like we're going to skip that, right? And we're going to have that in there. So that's it. Those are the last two pieces. And then we have an extra little tile. And no spots to put it, so we know. Well, technically, let's backtrack and make sure that that is not supposed to be there. No, it's not. Yep, several pictures. It would be cool. I could fit it in right there. I'd hate for that to end up being an open spot. Then I don't want to put it there though, and it's something supposed to be there, like a button or something in the future. But it clearly does not show it there. Alright, well, we'll keep an eye, how about that, into the future. And if that spot stays open, we put this little blue. We can go and fill those in. Yeah, it makes me want to fill it in. All the rest of it's filled in except for that one little part. Oh, it'll boggle my mind for a little bit. But we're going to be going on to bag 8 on the next one. I appreciate everybody that's been here with us. So we show this up. Let's show the work that we've got complete. So you see the addition of the clipping on the side, which is where it went into the room that the newest room that we built. And then there's into our extension and onto the back side. You can start to see some of the waterway that we were talking about coming up, trickling effect, going all the way up through here. Looks really awesome. Your Hogwarts castle. Clipping going all the way around the side. Of course, the Chamber of Secrets, Devil's Snare, the Winged Key room, the chess room, and then just a little harder to see, is the room where the mirror was stored. And I think I just knocked over one of the pillars, because I do this all the time. But thank you for joining us. Stay tuned. Make sure you follow, like, and share. As this journey continues on, we're going to have this beautiful castle built. Thank you for joining us today.
No sexo do fim de semana.